Okay, here we go. The purpose of this video is just to go over the lesson for 12-5, which talks about, again, making relationships between special quadrilaterals. If you want some more review over what we've covered or what we will cover in this practice sheet, go ahead and look at the previous anchor chart for lesson 12-4, which I created a YouTube for that video, right? And just in case, when I also add an anchor chart sheet so that you can look at it, and then of course maybe I can help you to answer your questions. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with number 1. It says 1 through 4, tell whether each statement is true or false. It says number 1 says all rectangles are squares. That statement is false, and the reason why that is false is because remember that squares have all sides equal plus right angles. Rectangles have right angles. Opposite sides are equal, but not all sides are equal, so that's false. Number 2, every rhombus is a parallelogram. That is true because a rhombus has two pairs of parallel sides, just like a parallelogram. Number 3, a parallelogram are special rectangles. That is false, and the reason why that is false is because remember the rectangles, yes, they do have two pairs of parallel sides like parallelograms, but they also have right angles and opposite sides are equal. Well, the opposite sides are equal is the same as parallelograms, but I guess what sets them apart or different is the fact that rectangles have right angles and parallelograms don't. Okay, number 4, a trapezoid can be a square. That is also false because if you remember correctly, a square has all sides equal. It has both right angles and all sides are equal. A trapezoid by definition only says that it has one pair of parallel sides. You don't worry about number 5, and but do worry about number 6. It says how are a rectangle and a rhombus alike? Well, both rectangles and rhombuses are parallelograms, meaning that they both have, or both polygons or quadrilaterals have, two pairs of parallel sides. In other words, if you remember the previous anchor chart that I went over for the polygon clubs, you'll see that a rhombus and the rectangle are part of the parallelogram club. Okay, number 7, again we continue to see whether the statement is true or false. 7, all rhombuses are rectangles. That is false. Even though both rhombuses and rectangles are part of the parallelogram club because they have two pairs of parallel sides, rectangles have right angles and rhombuses don't. Okay, number 8, every trapezoid is a quadrilateral. That is true because a trapezoid does have 4 sides like a quadrilateral. Number 9, rhombuses are special parallelograms. That is definitely true. Why? Because they also have two pairs of parallel sides. Number 10, all rectangles are quadrilaterals. That is true because rectangles are 4-sided figures or polygons. Number 11, what properties does the shape have? Why is it not a parallelogram? Well, this one is a quadrilateral with two sets of equal non-parallel sides. Parallelograms have two pairs of equal parallel sides. And if you remember correctly, we also classify number 11 as a kite, right? Number 12, why is a square also a rhombus? Well, it's very simple. Both are parallelograms with 4 equal sides, and the square is found under the rhombus in our anchor chart. And you remember that square is one of those special polygons or quadrilaterals that can be considered a rhombus. So a square can also be considered rectangle. It can be considered parallelogram and a quadrilateral, but it will never be classified or considered a trapezoid. Okay, that was quick and easy. That's the review with practice sheet 12-5 titled Classifying Quadrilaterals. All right, have a good day.